done yet? Where's the sound? I still hear music. I can't hear. Hello. Welcome to Family Showdown. All you wonderful world citizens from all over.
World citizens. They were giving like a UN speech or something. World citizens.
Hi. Welcome to Chaos on November 7th, 2017.
It's the 7th of November?
I thought it was the 6th. I don't know anymore. It's the 7th. I was right. Yay! Not for much longer, though.
Hold on, let me get everything situated here.
You had the sound off or something, right?
Probably.
Good.
I'm waiting for someone
Good,
to
I'll
say.
start over.
I'm waiting for someone to say, we can't hear!
It looks like our usual chat family is already up and rolling. That's awesome. Hello. Hello, hello.
Okay. Alright.
We are the world.
So, I made the delay much shorter this time around, so keep me honest if something
Oh yeah, if something gets wonky.
gets wonky because I shortened up the...
Why did you shorten it?
There may be a live play this evening. So we'll see.
Yes.
So, I was looking, and we haven't done a chat in 3 weeks.
Oh, we've kind of had good reason.
Lots of things have been going on, but we've also had... We kept up with the top 10s every week, but we haven't done any chats for the last 3 weeks. But we do have the Arcadia Quest and the top 100 going on. Which I'll talk about in a minute.
You can't wait to see the end here.
Hey, don't spoil my... That's one of our things we're talking about here.
Oh, good. Because that game is so much fun.
So,
It's crazy.
we finally got to play some new games.
It's true.
We have...
Fine.
September was the month of almost...
Pain.
Of no new games.
Pain.
This month, we're in October and the first part of November, we've cranked out several new games for us.
Finally.
So, we'll go right into it. So, these are the... I wrote down all the new games we played since we last chatted that we've played for the first time.
Cool.
And we'll let Rebecca pick which one she wants to talk about because they're all in front of her, except for... There is 2 that are not in front of her, but we'll get to those.
Wow, thanks for that. Oh. All right. Well, I'm just going to start with the top and work my way down, peeps. You may have seen this lovely little gem on our Best of the Month today. And if you didn't, go watch that video. And then come back. No, I'm just kidding. Stay here. So, Clans of Caledonia, Scotland. Good game. Go play it.
So
no, what's going on with this? Here's the scary thing. It's an economic game, but it's a cool one.
So this,
yes, I said that, not him, and he didn't pay me to do it.
So this is absolutely not what I expected, but I still love it. So
yes.
I expected it to be basically a Uwe Rosenberg knockoff game is what I was expecting. Which I love his game, so that's fine.
Yeah, we were cool with that.
But it ended up being a economic area control game, if you can believe that. So it has an economy. You have resources that you're trying to produce, but it has an economy where the prices go up and down based on how often they're bought and sold.
So you can't go too crazy with one thing because then you're broke.
Right. It has contracts that you have to fulfill.
Yes.
It has a bit of area, like I said, area control. You have a map that you're building out. It reminds me a little bit, if you played Scythe, of how the resources work in Scythe. Basically, you go out and you're putting different types of things on the board, and then you get resources for those things.
Okay, that part of it. Yes, that part of it.
No, but I mean the resource part of it reminds me of Scythe, because you kind of fan out.
You want to fan out to have more
from your starting point.
That, yes.
And you build out, you do, cows and sheep and all the, the standard farming stuff. But then you have buildings that you convert those goods into whiskey, bread, and cheese. So you actually...
That's standard farming.
That's, well, yeah. And then you use all those resources to fulfill those contracts. And another thing I love about this game, it is quick. It flies.
So if you don't like the game, you're not going to have to suffer long. I'm just kidding. No, actually, it's pretty good.
Yeah, we played this... We only played it once, and it took us... Teaching and playing, it took maybe an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah. And they say 30 minutes a player on here, which is a lie, because once you know that game, you could crack through it.
Yeah, it's really... The game's over before you know it. This one is good. So if you
Yeah,
like
it's pretty
economic games with some resource management type stuff, and like you like doing stuff on a board, like building out your little area, this is definitely, you should definitely check this one out.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So there you go.
So I was, like I said, I was surprised. This was not what I was expecting, but I think I would enjoy it more than just a standard
Economic game?
no, standard like farming game.
Ooh, I don't know if I would go that direction, but
That's me.
You're an economic nut, and
Yeah.
for me, I'm not like insanely over the moon or anything over this, but I do like the game. I like it, and for that, with an economic game and area control, because you guys know I'm kind of like on area control. I actually liked the way this game went down. It's pretty good.
And it's got, I keep thinking of the cool things I like about it. It also has that cool little thing that if you build next to a neighbor, you can trade at a discount of whatever good.
I know, and we forgot to do that half the time.
No, I did it several times.
Oh, that's true. Well, I forgot about it half the time.
So anyway, this is a good one. This is, if you like Euro games and you like economic games, this one, you can check this one out.
There you go. One down. Chink. Next up, I know people are crazy about this one. Hey, guess what? Okay, my coolest discovery about this game, there's an app and it plays the circus music. It's awesome! And they have different versions, different music to play. It's not just the one song. Oh my gosh. So, you played animal upon animal, right? Trick it up with a circus theme, goals, a timer, and hello, the circus music, and you have Meeple Circus. Greatness. This is funny. It's a great, light, fluffy, fun, silly, crazy game. Love this.
Yeah, this was not on my radar at all, and I just saw just positive feedback after positive feedback, and I've seen plays of it, and we like stacking games. The girls like Nessa does. I don't know if Katie necessarily likes stacking games, but Nessa loves stacking games, and
We'll see how she does with the timer, though.
it's it's fun. This is just a flat out fun game. You don't care if you win or lose, really. It's just
Because you're just doing this craziness and
it's just
building it, and yeah.
And it's what's interesting is that there's different acrobats, and there's like ones that you have to put them on the ground, and one you have to have, they can't be on the ground, and then there's the red ones you get near the end of the game
Really
that you want to have as high as possible, and they actually have a little tower
now that you can see
that you measure how
how
high you get your little meeple, and you get points based
it.
on how high they're off the ground.
Fantastic. It's fantastic. Yes, it plays like the Calliope circusy music. They've got a heavy metal version where they use it with electric guitars to play the Christmas
Circus.
the circus music. Christmas music. No, a little early for that. So, yeah, the music is fantastic, and they've got the silly, like, all the clowns are coming out of the car kind of music, and like, I don't know, there's just all sorts of funny plate spinning music.
The only negative I see for this game for some people is in the last round you do something goofy, and some people don't like you have to do a goofy thing. But you can just choose not to play with that. But it has you do stuff like every time you put a meatball, you got to clap.
Oh yeah, or if you're playing with the app with the music, every time there's occasionally people applaud, you have to stop and be like, thank you. You have to stop in the middle of what you're doing and do that. It's on a timer and stuff. So you don't have to do that though.
Yeah, but I think it's funny.
I was gonna say with family and stuff, I think that would be hysterical. So it's silly, it's fun. Take it at face value for that, and you will enjoy this immensely. So
that's a good one, and it's less than an hour.
Oh yeah, unless you decide
anyone
to play
that can play a
stacking
stacking game can probably play this game.
Yeah,
it's a little puzzly. It reminds me a little bit of if you've ever played Dimension, where it has these rules on things you have to do.
That's what it is. It's Dimension and animal upon animal with theme music.
Yeah. So you have rules like you got to have like an elephant, and you have to have a meeple standing on the elephant, and then you have to have a balloon on top of him or whatever. It just has all these different rules. And you're trying to achieve as many of those as possible.
Because you get points for every one of them that you get done. Right. So you've got goals. Everybody's got to have a goal. Meeple Circus. Ooh. I'm going to start with this one. Let's do some heavy hitting.
Oh, I thought our graphics were bad, but I have the thing on like low res.
Way to be.
Oh, anyway.
Dun, dun,
Boom!
dun. The heaviest game we've ever played.
Our new heaviest game ever. I will say this. I love this game.
I like this game.
But it is a beast.
It is.
It is pretty heavy.
Yes.
But I did love it. If you like economic games, this is like economics like
Mecca.
times 10.
Hunter barely could sit in a seat. He was like, ha 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 ha, the whole time we're playing it. It was hilarious. I love this game. Yeah,
there is a lot of cool things about this game. So it's basically what do I want to say, an engine building game.
Oh yeah.
So basically, you're building factories, different types of factories that produce different goods, and the thing is the factories produce the better that you can upgrade your factories and they produce better goods. You can add more workers to your factory, but you have to pay for all these workers. So you increase the factory, you get more efficient, but it costs money, and you have to decide when the best time to upgrade your factories, because eventually, over time, they degrade and they don't work as well anymore.
We froze. Or at least that froze.
I think it's on ours. I don't think it's theirs. They would be yelling at us.
Okay.
Yeah, I hit pause somehow.
Oh, way to go.
Anyway, so it's a super heavy economic game. It's all it is. It's just it reminds me a little tiny bit of Le Havre, that you build buildings, you create resources, and you ship those goods and sell those goods.
I was trying to think of what it reminds me of. I'll have to think about it because it did definitely remind me of something. This was a long game.
Yeah, it took about 3 hours.
Yeah.
The first time we played.
It was the first time we played, granted, but it still took about 3 hours, and I don't think that'll shorten up all that much. Because I felt like we jumped into it, and for the most part, understood there was very little rules looking up, really.
No, really, game. As heavy as this game is, once you know what you're doing, you know what you're doing, right? It's not like in phase 2 they trick you up and give this other. You're kind of just churning through the same thing over and over again. And deciding when to upgrade your factories, when to add more workers, when to sell your goods, when to hold on to your goods.
Were the kids home for this? I think.
Yes, we got interrupted several times.
Okay, we weren't playing this alone in a perfect environment, so there is that to keep in mind when you talk about the playtime. So it probably will go quicker if you don't have children in the house. But I'm trying to think of what this game reminds me of, because I don't know. This game has this weird addiction for me. I was like grudgingly liking it, but then I become obsessed with like making it work right and wanting to get the right amount of engine building and getting things out and trying stuff out. And so I think this is a game, honestly, that'll probably grow on me, but it almost has that Power Grid vibe. It's so heavy. I don't think I originally thought I would like this at all, if that makes any sense. I'm trying to think. It's driving me crazy.
Well, to answer some questions, the 3 hours, that was with training.
With rules and children.
And with interruptions. I think if we sat down and concentrated and didn't get interrupted and we knew the rules, it's less than 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What I really like about it, like I said, this is just a big economic game. It has supply and demand. So basically, the more workers that you hire and put in your factories, all the players, the more demand there is for goods. Obviously, there's more workers in the workforce. They're going to need more goods, and it's just you basically, let's say the demand is 10, but everyone's trying to sell 20 total around the table. Only 10 only 10 goods are going to get sold, and then you have to decide how what's the word, how much people want your goods. I can't think of the word. How much people want your goods. Basically, your goods
demand?
if your goods are better than other people's goods, you're going to sell more.
Oh, that's right. It had to begin with an A, didn't it?
Appeal of your goods, yeah. It's just...
That's the word they use.
It's just a crazy, heavy economic game, and I loved it. I would play this again in a heartbeat. Rebecca is kind of...
I don't know. I'd have to be in the mood to play it. But if I'm in the mood for a brain burner, it's got a lot of interesting things going on with it. This is not a game where I'm going to be like, ooh, this is pretty. If I saw someone playing this on a table, I'd probably say, hard pass. It looks like a spreadsheet. It's an ugly looking game.
Some people do call it spreadsheet the game. So.
And I can see that. But once you get into the mechanics and like start to math it out and you're like the supply and demand, I don't know, I found that oddly engaging after a while. I don't know. I'm a reluctant economic gamer, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's one of the few games I've ever seen that when you're selling your goods, your goods are better than someone else's goods. It's the same exact good. Mm-hmm. We're all selling shoes or whatever we're selling.
Yeah.
But
my factory was better, so I didn't have to sell as many to make the amount of money that he was selling with
Right.
maxing his out.
Right.
That's one thing we noticed is when, like, he upgraded some goods faster than I upgraded other goods, and we had
Right.
kind of we didn't really have much overlap in the game, and it was interesting to see how those turns churned, because during each round you only produced the one good. So there'd be one round where you'd have a huge round, and basically you made your money for the whole year, or however you want to.
Decade.
Decade. It seemed like decade.
It is decades.
It felt like it sometimes.
Yeah. Well,
But,
it's different. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was interesting because then you'd have to take that money and keep it and be able to funnel it out correctly through all those other rounds until you come back to your big turn again. So you really have to. There's so much going. In that regard, it reminds me of Through the Ages with your engine. You have to be conscious of about 4 or 5 variables at least to make sure you keep them in balance, because once something goes off balance, then it kind of snowballs, and you have to spend so much time repairing the damage you just caused that you're probably going to lose. Because if you like that puzzly aspect to the economy and fighting it and everything, then wow, you're gonna just mind blown. Love this game.
Yeah, we jumped in and played the heavy version. There is a lighter version that takes some of the pieces away from the game, but we jumped right in.
We're like, why not?
It's a good one if you like economic games and you want to melt your brain. That's a good one.
Yep, brain melting approval.
All right, what's next?
Let's jump from very
Hey,
heavy.
Dee, what you buying tonight?
We're gonna go from heavy to quite light. We have it, my precious. This for me was like a bigger surprise than Arkwright, because I honestly thought this was going to be gimmicky, clunky, and I was going to get bored with it. This is fun. In my opinion, this game goes too fast. I want more of this game.
Yeah, for 2 players, it flew.
The
game was just when you start building up your dice, and let's tell them what it is. Basically, it's a dice dice building game. So you basically start out with a very basic die, 2 dice, and you, as time goes by, you can buy new faces for your dice and make them more powerful.
By the way, they win hands down for the coolest insert, period. They have it set up. Your board is all set up. The dice, oh gosh, I just love this. Inside here, all the dice that you can pick in your little menu thingy for the game. I'll let you show that. These are the dice, okay? So you look at them, they're big, kind of clunky. You're like, okay. But I need a piece to...
I'm going to spill this everywhere and cry.
That'll be funny.
There's all the faces. We have some of them flipped for the 2-player version.
Yeah. And that's it. It's ready to go. I mean, that's just brilliant. So you have these little pieces, and the neat thing is they're sturdy, and these are not stickers, so it's not likely that you're going to lose these anytime soon, or they're going to fade or anything. And you just... Oh my gosh. I'm going to flip the table.
I almost got the end.
Look, what a mess. Anyway, you just take the other one, you just go boink, and you just use the corner of one. I mean, that's how sturdy they are. To pop the others out, they pop right out. You just upgrade them, and next thing you know, you got some like hardcore dice with all sorts of great powers and benefits, and I don't know. I like the little engine builder on this. You're building up the dice, and even if you suck at rolling, which we both kind of took turns with that. It was pretty funny, where you just roll bupkis, and you're like, why? But you have much, much better chance of being able to do things with it, and eventually you do get a good turn, and you can make up for it. It's fun. Again, I know. It's dice, and it's fun. So
to back up, someone asked how it compares to Ground Floor. We've never played Ground Floor.
Oh.
Arkwright there's another economic game called Ground Floor. We never played that one. No, this one it wasn't intended to buy it, but another video we talked about this. We won this at Dallas Games Marathon. And
that was awesome.
I'm glad we did, because I may not have never tried this game, and it turned out to be a really, really cool game.
Yeah. Super awesome.
I heard that it didn't play well 2 players, but...
It does, it's just super fast.
Yeah. Someone said that they house rule it and they play 12 rounds.
I'm cool with that. I like that idea. I think we should try that next time. So, there you go. All right. On the same kind of vein as Dice Forge, another victory at Dallas Games Marathon last time. We took Nessa with us, and she wanted to try... did you go find this? I'm trying to remember. You went and found this, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he found this and was like, hey, we should try this with Nessa. What the heck, you know? And Nessa fell in love with this game. Like, fell in love with it. And she's really good at it and destroys us usually. Or if not, she comes darn close. She's getting better every single time we play it. And she fell in love with it.
She beat us last time.
That's right, the little stinker did. Case in point. Anyway, no wonder she loves this game so much, right? So she's like, I love this game, I want to play it again. And we happened to find that they were selling it in they have a board games for sale section there at the marathon, and they had it there. So of course we bought that and ended up playing it again almost immediately.
Right.
And this is like one of her new favorite games.
Nessa punched her first game.
Yes, Nessa punched this herself. I even have photographic evidence on Twitter. And yeah, it was pretty stinking funny. Actually, she was very excited about learning how to punch, make sure she didn't damage anything. And it's really cute, very colorful. It's got all the different traits that they can have and the different types of like critters. And of course, she loves the little burrowing mouse bunny looking thing and throws those on everything. And they have cute little bags that you keep all your food tokens in. And it's just got a lot of things going for it that she ate them up. She ate this game up and she still loves it. And this is like our go-to weekend game right now.
Yep. That's our new favorite.
So yeah, if you've got Munchkins, or just want a nice simple version of Evolution.
Yeah.
This is great. And she picked up on it really fast. I think this is a great one to teach kids about like the different powers and things like that, and how turns work. I don't know, there's quite a bit going on in this game, really, but it's at its heart, it's pretty basic, easy to say, okay, this is how this works, and cut them loose. Nessa sets up the turns and everything herself now and doesn't even need help coaching or anything like that on how to do it.
Yep.
She's got it, so...
Yeah, what's amazing is that we played this at Dallas Game Marathon, and then over a week later, we played it again, and Nessa knew all the rules.
Yeah, she really, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, A, she loves it a lot, and B, it's got that kind of rule set that's easy to jump back into this game. So this is a great kids gaming game.
Yeah.
Super good one.
Yep.
So, if you got kiddos that like to play...
Yeah, this is one of those games that doesn't think kids are only able to roll a die and move a pawn on the board.
Yeah.
So.
And they got cool critters.
All right.
Always win.
One last one before we go with the ones that we don't have here.
Okay. This is another pleasant surprise for me.
Oh, I've been wanting this since I've seen it.
Everybody's talking about it, and I was like, oh, it looks pretty, but to me, I thought it was one of those that it's a totally abstract game, fluff added on and over, they super, super overdeveloped it. Not the case. There's actually quite a game here. And sure, I guess technically, you could call it abstract, but oh my gosh, the theme works perfectly for this. My favorite thing is the way they have the sun. The sun actually rotates around the board, so how the trees grow and develop and get their sunlight depends on the turn and where the sun is. I was just, this game is brilliant. And I like the fact that it's not just, you're placing, it's not checkers or something like that. That's what I thought it looked like. I was afraid it was some new tricked up checkers thing and was kind of like, I was hesitant, but
yeah, so
everybody loves it.
Yeah, so you start out with a few little trees on the board, and you can plant seeds, and you can grow the seeds into trees, and you can grow the trees into bigger trees, but you don't really get points for the most part until you grow the tree to maximum size and then cull it. Basically, you chop the tree down or whatever, harvest it, and then you get points. But the thing is, you start at the edge of the board, and the big point spaces are in the center of the board, so you got to kind of move your tree. You got to have your seeds drop further and further over to move towards the middle of the board to get the high point cards. And then you have to decide when do you actually cut the trees, because the bigger the tree, the more sunlight, the more energy you get from the sun, the more money you have. That's your money that you use. So if you chop a tree down to get victory points, you're losing a lot of energy, light power to use in future turns. And I think the first game that we only played it once. The first game we played, we chopped all our big trees down as soon as we could, and we had turns where we got like no energy. So I think it's kind of you got to kind of slow burn chopping the trees down to balance between, do I want the energy or do I want the victory points? So it's much, like you said, it's much more than a
Mm-hmm.
just an abstract game. There's a lot going on to it.
And I just love the cute touches. Okay, so here's the sun. It sits on the end of the board, and you just move it around each turn. I thought that was clever. And then each of the trees, they're different types of trees, so they have different colors. They've got 4 different colors. And the seeds, I thought this was clever.
The blue trees are cool.
Oh yeah, Hunter loves the blue trees. They're adorable.
I have green trees,
And
but I like the blue trees better. They're
the yellow.
They're very, very bright.
And the seeds are all different. They've got little acorns, and they've got pine cones, and I can't think, what are those? Maple leaves, the little spinny ones, and where'd the 4th one go? These look like some little berries, and I can't think of, for the life of me, what that is. I'll think of it after the show's over, of course. But yeah, it's... I don't know. They did an awesome job in this game.
Yep, this
Awesome,
one's really cool. I'm glad I got a hold of it.
So check it out. It's
fairly light.
Oh yeah, this is not a brain burner. I mean, you can AP on this if you really want to. Totally. I mean, but you can do that with a lot of games.
And
right?
it's slightly mean. Slightly.
Oh, it's cutthroat.
Yeah,
Cutthroat.
it's pretty mean because you
Photosynthesis
basically
is noisy.
you have the sun moving around and basically the light goes across the board and you basically score energy based on the direction it's going. But the bigger trees block the trees behind them. So if you build up a tree in front of someone, you block their light. But eventually it's going to rotate back around and they're going to...
That's right, karma comes right back around to you. Just remember that.
So anyway, this is a good one. I really like this one.
If that has been under your radar, you might want to check it out or try it out and buy it because that one was surprisingly awesome.
All right, so two games you want to mention that we don't actually have.
Yes.
That's Codenames Disney. What'd you think of that?
Oh, yes! That was cool. Liked Codenames Disney. Actually, a lot. I think that's got I don't know, maybe with our family anyway, I feel like that's got a wider range. That's one that the girls could play. Because they're going to recognize at least enough of it that they could think up things too. I mean, that's still kind of a game that Nessa, no, not so much. But,
yeah.
But like Katie definitely could. And I don't know. I like the pictures, the art.
Well, I like that it has the art on one side and it has the words on the other side.
So you could switch them or mix them up or both.
Right, you can flip them all over, and then
like,
you're playing with words and without. It basically has code names and code name pictures both together, and you could, like you said, you could switch and do half pictures, half words, and things like that.
Exactly. It's I don't know. I really like that. Like honestly, I'm thinking I like it better than regular code names. Honestly,
that's why I brought. I mean, we played the other games, but I thought, there's one I didn't put on my list. Rhino Super Battle.
Oh my goodness!
Rhino Hero Super Battle.
Yes. Okay, Rhino Hero's fun, but Rhino Hero Super Battle is insane. I think we need to buy that and replace it. Rhino Hero. That was nuts. You've got these ridiculous monkey things that you have to hang on the end of the roof, and you can have, what is it? There's 3 base tiles that you can build from. So you can build 3 towers and they can interconnect. And if people end up with their little person on the same floor as you, level, whether they're on this side or that, doesn't matter, you fight. And basically it's like war with dice. Whoever gets the higher roll wins or whatever. Yeah. And they get booted down to the next row. Well, if they get kicked down a floor and someone happens to be on that floor, then those 2 fight. It is hysterical. It's awesome. And of course, inevitably... First off, before anybody gets too far, somebody puts their little person on a floor and they're like, oh, and they built the wall around it. And you're like, how do you get your person? You have to move them. And oh my gosh.
So you push the wall
you're like
apart,
moving and trying not to knock everything down. Oh my gosh. And what I think was the coolest thing about that game is how sturdy it actually ended up being, because we were able to manipulate things.
I thought it was going to fall like 100 times.
Oh, we took so many. This is the last picture before it fell. Click. Oh, nope. They survived. Okay, next turn. Oh, they're going to knock it down. We're going to take a picture again. So I probably...
And eventually I just started throwing the tiles on and just seeing if it would knock it down, and it still didn't knock it down.
Oh, it was nuts. In fact, we wouldn't even let Nessa near the table. We're like, back off! Your breathing is going to knock it down. No! It lasted for quite a long time. It was amazing.
And actually, the part that collapsed wasn't the part we thought was going to collapse.
Oh, it was wonderful.
There was one part of the thing that was leaning, and it was a completely different section that fell down.
It was greatness. It was greatness.
All right, so next on the list is Bob Ross, The Art of Chill.
So many great games. So many great games. So
My dad was like a huge Bob Ross fan. I mean, we watched those shows when they originally were airing, and yes, I'm old. Don't judge. So yeah,
you are old.
I know we're old, but yeah, he's done some paintings like that, and they're really awesome. But I saw that game and I was like, he has to have this game. So we went. We were kind of like, oh, it's probably gonna be a dud because it's cheesy, IP and all this kind of stuff. But no, that game is really fun. And what's great about it is you actually have Bob Ross art in the game. So his painting sits on an easel, and your individual player mats are a nice little palette. And you put your cards with the paint colors and the different types of paintbrushes on them and stuff. And you're trying to race Bob Ross to finish a painting. Oh my goodness. That was so much fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
And you have different powers and things in the cards too. Because some turns you might be able to get an extra card or play an extra thing. Or not move Bob Ross forward so that you can actually get a jump start on trying to finish painting before he gets there. And there's bonuses for finishing things early and...
It is a really, really, really good gateway game.
Yes, it is. It's a great one. And the theme is just great. It's beautiful. You got some of his paintings in there. I don't know. The way they did every nice little touch, they used the colors that he typically painted with. So if you remember titanium white and cadmium yellow and all of these things, that's the colors that are in the game. I love it.
And the
it's
paintings
adorable.
you're painting are actually
Are
some
his.
of his paintings.
Yeah. And they're two-sided, so you've got double the fun. And a ton of them. And as Hunter pointed out as we're playing, they even did little flavor text at the bottom of a lot of the cards, and they have little Bob Ross quotes from things he would say when he was on the show. And, it's just... very amusing. So if you were a Bob Ross fan or are now, because I know there's a ton of it's kind of had a resurgence, and I've seen a lot of really awesome Bob Ross t-shirts and things in the last couple of years. This game is a riot. I love it. Love it.
Last but not least is our playthrough tonight, and that is Box of Rocks.
Yes!
It is Rebecca versus Rocks versus the internet.
Yeah, it's on. And yes, Jobby, Bob Ross does beat the devil out of his brush. That was one of the quotes on there. It was wonderful. So.
All right, so this is the way it's going to work. We need a spokesman for the internet. And you're going to take on Rebecca and the Rocks to see who wins.
This game is the best game ever. I love this game so much.
So we need one person that will have the final say for the internet on the answer to the question. Now, obviously, no Googling, but you can group think. I'm fine with that.
Oh, I don't want this meeple. This meeple's boring. We'll use Drake.
The internet needs something, too. The internet will be the boring one.
I'm just kidding. Okay, let me scoot this up.
All right, guys.
Scoot it back.
I need a spokesman who wants to be the person that's going to tell us what the
Drake's
answer
kind of
is.
small. I may need to go get my Valkyrie. Next time.
All right, Hector's up.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Turtle Guy, you'll be the internet spokesman. I need you to say final answer, and then what your answer is. So every question is going to have an answer of 0, 1, or 2. So every question I ask will have an answer will be either 0, 1, or 2. Okay, Rebecca, you cannot look this direction.
I won't. I'll be good. I'll be good.
And the Rocks don't look either.
Don't look.
We're going to play, normally it's the first 1 to 3. We're going to do the first 1 to 5.
Ooh.
Just to make it interesting. Or we make it 4. So you basically go 3 and then 1 off the board.
All right.
That way it's easy to keep track of.
Good
First 1 to 4 wins. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Bring it, internet.
I am going to pick the question. There's 3 different questions on the card, and I'm going to pick which one I think is the most interesting.
All right. Can I shake the box?
All right. Question number 1.
I'm ready.
How many continents cover all 4 hemispheres? North, south, west, and east. How many continents are in all 4 hemispheres? Give me your answer. The Rocks have chosen.
I just feel like that's a horrible question. Why am I feeling like, All right, I guess I have my answer. I guess. Ugh. I'm just gonna go with my first. Okay. I'm ready. You guys think?
Don't say anything.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not helping you people.
Remember, the answer is 0, 1, or 2. Those are your only choices.
So it's a continent that's in all 4 hemispheres.
That is correct.
Or all 4. Yeah.
Need a final answer, internets. The internets have this chosen. What is your answer, Rebecca?
My answer is 1.
The internet's chosen 1 as well.
All right.
The rocks have said 1 as well.
No!
Everyone said 1.
It better be wrong.
And the answer is 1.
Yes! We're awesome! We're awesome!
Africa. Therefore, it is the only continent with land on both the prime meridian and the equator.
And you guys knew that too. Yeah.
So the answer is 1, and Africa was the answer.
So no one moves forward, though.
No, I think everyone goes, right? Isn't that the rule? I think everyone goes, right?
We all got it right, so we get to go? I thought it was only if you beat somebody.
If both answers move correctly, both move forward 1 space.
All right! Everybody's a winner! Participation ribbon!
All right. So
Let's do this.
Everyone got that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Challenge me!
Let me look here what we got here. I love ABBA, so it's got to be the ABBA question.
What in the world just happened here?
How many hits by the pop music sensation ABBA reached #1 on the U.S. Billboard charts? How many hits by the pop music sensation ABBA reached #1 on the U.S. Billboard charts? There you go. The rocks have chosen.
Number 1?
#1.
I guess I'm ready whenever you are in.
They're still
Just talking?
They're
That's good.
Still chatting.
That's good. We're good.
All right, they've chosen.
All right, I'm gonna say 2.
And the internet said 2.
Yeah, because they were just too popular.
The rocks say 0.
See, I was thinking 2 or 0.
And the answer is 1.
Ah, Dancing Queen.
Yep. 14 of their songs hit the top 40, but only Dancing Queen was #1.
You suck, ABBA.
Nobody got points.
You suck, ABBA.
All right. See what we got here.
ABBA, you failed me. I'm torn up inside. Okay, don't challenge me anymore. That was a horrible question.
Okay.
ABBA.
Here's another one.
Okay.
How many actors have won both an Oscar and a Razzie in the same year?
In the
For
same year.
For those of you not in the... I think Razzie is American, but anyway, it means like the worst. Oscar's the best.
Best and the worst.
And Razzie's the worst. So how many actors have won both an Oscar and a Razzie in the same year? All right. The internet's the rocks have chosen.
Okay. The rocks. The rocks have spoken.
The rocks have spoken.
I love this game.
The other ones I think were too easy. That's why I didn't pick them.
Oh, I see how you are.
Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Which they have their answer.
I'm gonna go with a big fat goose egg.
The internet has said 1. Rebecca said 0. The rocks say 0.
Crap. Will someone not agree with me at some point?
And the answer is 1.
What?
The internet's win.
Who though? I want to know.
In 2010, Sandra Bullock
No way.
won the Best Actress Oscar for The Blind Side the day after winning the Worst Actress Oscar for All About Steve.
I don't even know what that movie is. What the heck? I would have thought Ben Affleck. Except he's not a good actor.
So the internet has 2. The Rocks and Rebecca have won.
Wah, wah.
All right, here we go.
I'm still not the worst yet. I'm undefeated. Bring it on. Well, so
Here we go.
All right.
This is a good one.
Okay. I'm ready.
Sorry for all the Americanized questions. This is probably an Americanized game. But here we go. How many dollars did an adult pay for an all-day ticket on Disneyland's opening day in 1955?
$12 billion.
How many dollars did an adult pay for an all-day ticket on Disneyland's opening day in 1955? The Rocks have spoken.
A 1 in 3 chance. Why is this so hard?
I got destroyed by the Rocks when I played it.
I
so.
know. Okay. What year again? 57?
55.
55. Because that makes a huge difference for me. The 2 years. Just saying. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to go with that. I'm going to stick with my answer. And then I'll be mad. Because that's how this game works.
It's funny to watch your wheels turning on the internet.
Is it?
Yeah, you're just...
My wheels turning? No, it's more like they're grinding to a halt. That's more what my brain's doing. It's like it's 0, 1, or 2, people. Why can't my brain function? Because, of course, I'm thinking...
All right, the internet has spoken.
Have they? I say 2.
They said 2 as well. The Rocks have said 1.
Ha! You suck, Ross.
And I think Hector's gut was right. I think they gave away free tickets that day.
Dear Lord, if that's the case, I'm gonna...
The answer is... 1. Didn't you say 1?
I said 2.
Oh. But the Rocks said 1. The answer is 1. Kids got in for 50 cents.
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking 55 cents. I hate you, Rocks.
So the Rocks and the internet 2, Rebecca 1.
All right. Time to step up my game.
Okay.
Because I hadn't been before, apparently. Okay.
Oh, this is a good one. This is good.
I love it when he says that.
I'll throw you a softball, Rebecca.
Whatever.
Here's a softball for Rebecca since she's losing.
This is such baloney.
How many of the 7 wonders of the ancient world still exist?
That's not a softball.
Most of them are in your area.
Nah.
How many of the 7 wonders of the ancient world still exist? The Rocks have spoken.
Why is my brain so... Alright, I think I have my answer. I'm going to stick with it because I'm too tired. Why am I having trouble thinking about basic stuff? Ugh. I'm going to be...
You're a teacher and a parent?
Yeah, there's that. I think my brain shuts down officially at like 4 p.m. Yeah, I'm still in school at that point too, just so you know. It's exciting. I'm just going to stick with my answer because I can't think of...
All right, internet has spoken.
I'm going to go with 1.
They said 1 as well. The Rocks say none.
Rocks suck.
And the answer is...
The pyramids.
1. Only the Great Pyramid of Giza, Egypt, survived the earthquakes and wars that demolished the others.
The internet's ahead of me. I'm tied with the Rock.
All right. Good job, good job, good
Nicely
job.
done, nicely done. Yeah, I was sitting there picking my brain. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Hanging Garden's gone. Library's gone. Lighthouse is gone. I'm like, Colossus is gone. I'm losing my mind. Okay, it's got to be just the pyramids. I'm glad I'm actually right.
All right, internet.
I'm not going to fire myself.
This is for the win.
No! This is my great comeback victory! Okay, we'll see. I will reserve judgment until the end.
I'll skip the 2 U.S. ones for the benefit of people from Australia and other parts unknown.
Okay.
And I will pick the one that
Ooh, worldly.
is South American.
What?
So for all our Brazil fans, this is right up your alley.
Oh my gosh. guys are gonna win.
All right. Question is,
Okay.
how many insect bites are more painful than that of the bullet ant in the South American rainforest? Let me repeat that. How many insect bites are more painful than that of the bullet ant in the South American rainforest?
I want to say I've read something about this before.
Rocks has spoken.
That's officially what you have to say in this game from here on out, by the way. The rocks have spoken.
For the win, internets! The internet has their answer.
All right. I say nothing is worse. I think that was the worst and most
The
painful
internet
bite in the
said
world.
nothing as well. The rocks say 1.
Yeah, you suck, rocks. What do you know?
And the answer is 0.
Yeah!
Why are you cheering? You lost.
I still beat the rock,
You did beat the rock.
which is more than you can claim yet. Ha-ha!
0. According to the Smith. Is that Smith?
Schmidt.
Yeah, that too. Sting Pang Index. I didn't know there was
There's a sting pain index. This is greatness. How did they... Okay.
The bite feels like you've been shot, and the discomfort lasts from 12 to 24 hours.
That's fun. Hence the name Bullet
So,
Ant.
yep.
Poor rock.
Internet first place, Rebecca second place in the box.
Woo! We're smarter than a box
Good
of
job,
rocks.
Internet. Well played.
Yeah!
You are smarter than a box of rocks,
And you can claim it officially now. You can
And
say you have
her.
proof. Hey now. That's fine. You want to play Timeline Challenge? Play that now.
Oh, are you? Anyway,
I'm
that's
still beat you in that one.
that's box of rocks. I figured the best way to show it is just to play a quick game. Play a quick game
This
of
is the
it.
best game ever. This is the best game. Oh, sorry, Drake doesn't go in there. Drake goes over here. There he goes.
So that is a box of rocks. All it is is a set of questions, a little scorecard. You normally go to 3. We went to 4. And then there's the how to play is one little card.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get a little meeple to keep score for you. And you got a little rock to keep score for the rock. And then there's 2 rocks with ones on one side and blanks on the other. So you get a number from 0 to 2.
Someone asked, what's the sting pain index of losing to a box of rocks?
The thing about it is there's only one combination of 0. This is the math guy in me. It's only one combination of 0. There's only one combination of 2.
Yeah, but you got 2 combos of 1.
But there's 2 combinations of 1. So 1's going to be 50% more common. I wonder if they make 50% of the answers 1. I wonder if what I'm saying is the
Or do they care?
I was
Just to mess
if
with...
if I was building the game, I would make the ratio of the chance of getting numbers equal to the questions.
Questions?
But that's just me.
They might have. They might have mathed that out. Can the rock play wits and wagers? Ooh, good question. I must think on this.
It could if the question if
If it ends in a 0,
he would always have the smallest answer.
problem solved. This is great. You're so quick with this.
So there you go, box of rocks. Rebecca's been wanting this forever, and I finally bought it.
I love this game.
So there's the new games we played. We played a bunch of kids games, but we didn't talk about those. Played some shark game. And
Oh my gosh! Why didn't we talk about the shark game? That shark game is
we
awesome.
played several other games. We played a little racing game.
Oh yeah, that little racing game was cute. It was by Haba.
Yeah.
Bailey, if you're there, remind me of what the name of that game was, because it was really cute, and I think it's relatively new.
She's on.
Is she? Gaming Wife, what's the name of that game? The little car game, the Haba game.
There you go. That is what we played. That is new.
There you go. You
You
must try this.
now the Arcadia quest is finished. We're gonna crack out First Martians and give that a go and see if we like it. So we're gonna play the intro of First Martians,
Okay.
and then we're gonna decide whether we're doing First Martians or Near and Far campaign.
Rally Run. That's the name of the little Haba game. Really, really cute game. By the way, sorry I'm random. Thank you, Bailey. Yeah, it's super, super, super fun. Awesome game. Nessa fell in love with it. We ended up playing it several times in a row. Right then and there. So there's your Haba game. And then, yes, we're going to End up being stranded on Mars, probably die.
Yes. Painful death.
Painful death in Mars.
So coming up this week, just to tell you, yes, Wednesday is the finale of Arcadia Quest. If you haven't watched any of the Arcadia Quests,
What are you missing?
you should watch at least the last half hour-ish of the finale. That may have been
the
craziest ending of a game I've ever played in my entire life.
It's up in the top 3 for sure.
The ending of that was
It was
insane.
ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Top 2.
I couldn't have written a script better than how that game ended.
Yeah.
So was that teasing enough?
That was pretty good, actually. And that's not hype, that was truth.
And then coming up Thursday is my top 100 continues 80 to 71.
Woo woo.
Okay? So there is that.
And I still don't know what his top 10 are yet.
No, we've only done the first 50.
I don't know. I'm curious to see what has changed. He's very mysterious about it.
Yes. Because there's been changes in my top 10.
Don't go changing.
Alright, so a few other housekeeping things. Dallas Games Marathon is this weekend.
Yes, go.
They're
go
doing for those in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, they always do the weekend before BGG Con all the way till BGG Con opens. So basically you could start gaming Thursday, this Thursday, you can game all the way to the following Sunday. So they run through the start of BGG Con and then BGG Con finishes out. So
one day, I'm going to save up all my sick time. Obviously, the children are going to have to be old because they get sick. And I'm going to take all that time off, and I'm going to do the Dallas Games Marathon and BGG Con and just take that whole time off and just game the entire time. It's going to happen someday.
So our plan is to be at Dallas Games Marathon
But today is not that day.
Saturday during the day.
Yes.
Rebecca, myself, and Nessa.
Yes.
Then I will be at BGG Con starting Tuesday afternoon all the way through Sunday. Rebecca will be there probably Friday night, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes, I believe that is the plan. And yes, Dan, that is correct. Hunter can't count.
What's that?
He asked if you were doing 70 to 61 on your top 10. Because you already did the others, I think, right? He doesn't keep track of them while he's talking about them. You're asking too much. Uh-oh. Now he's got to look.
Did I read?
Tommy, you have to go to a conference.
I'm looking at...
We need to game with you.
I wonder if I mistitled it then. Because I looked at the video.
Mistitle stuff.
I looked at the video.
I'm firing that IT guy, guys.
I know.
See? What would we do without you, Dan? You didn't notice that? Things would blow up over here.
I'm very confused.
I don't know. What'd you do?
Did I mistitle it?
I don't know. Did you? Do you have like 20 different...
it is 7061. I looked at the last one that was loaded instead of the one that hasn't loaded yet. 7061.
Get back on the chat in case people ask questions.
Oh, hello.
Oh my goodness. Well, we'll be at DGM playing games. If you're there, that'd be awesome to see. If you're not, we'll miss you, and hopefully we'll see you soon. It's nice that there's kind of like a regular crew that goes there a lot, so if we miss people, it's usually not too big a deal because we get to see you the next month, so that's kind of cool. What are you doing? Are you checking your email?
I'm looking for confirmation.
Confirmation?
Well, I signed up to work the Renegade Studios booth for Thursday, but
cool.
They haven't gotten back to me yet, so I don't know if I'll be doing it or not. But I'll let you know.
You're not going to work for Bonacor?
I worked enough for Bonacor.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna call you a traitor. Oh my goodness, whatever. You had a blast doing that.
So yeah. I may be working the Renegade booth for 4 hours on Thursday, but I don't know.
You have to go and heckle Bonacor.
It hasn't been confirmed yet.
Heckle Bonacor for us.
It's cool. I can show people how to play Clank and stuff. It'd be awesome.
Yep, that'll be fun. No.
All right, so we are 5 minutes short of an hour. We always try to do an hour. I guess we have Rebecca's random review.
What? Okay. Give me a number 1 through 40. Hunter's jacked up all the games, so there's no way you can guess what possibly is going to be there. So yes. And no, we have not doubled up on a top 10. And that would be highly amusing because mine would probably be completely different and everyone would yell
Well,
at me.
at some point we need to go back and redo the ones we did a couple years ago because I think they would change a lot.
Some of them
like our
would probably-
top 2-player games, our top 6-player games.
Oh, like update them and stuff? Yeah, because there's just some good... Yeah, maybe.
The first
maybe
number, it
next
looks like
year.
the first number is 22. Let me scroll back.
22?
Let's see. Hold on.
Okay.
See, 22 is the first number.
Okay. Okay. And I need a number 1 through 5. 1 through 5.
It's going to be pretty quick because I only have like a 5-second delay or 10-second delay.
That's awesome.
Which is amazing we're able to keep up with that. 4.
4.
Oh, wow. Have we done this one yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
But we've talked about when we got it. This is... I'm still debating. This is either my favorite or my second favorite Feld. They're in a battle right now for supremacy.
I won't say which one it is for me because my list is...
Don't you be doing any spoilers yet. My list is months away, so I can say whatever I want. And I also have time for my indecision to kick in. So yes, Macau. This is... Oh my goodness. This is Feldy goodness. We've got some point salad action going on. You can kind of see the map. It's a little bit small. I'm going to move it up a hair for you guys so you can see it.
Oh, you're back to the boxing it. I'm excited.
I love it because you can actually see what's going on when I'm talking about it. So, you've got a couple of things going on. You've got a little map over here. You've got this points track. Basically, all this is if you're ahead of this, this is your tiebreaker. There's really not much else that does. But you can move your ship around. And the first game we played, I hardly moved my ship around, and I did okay. But I think it clicked a lot more the second game. And you move around and you can trade in these goods. Well, the goods that you get are from over here. And that's where your cards come in. And these are great because there's all sorts... You're better at explaining like what the cards do than I am. But
They're superpowers.
Yeah, they have different powers and things, and you get different resources. And of course, these resources come in the form of these wacky cubes and stuff. And also things you get from here, okay? And you pay for these resources and goods by the wacky cubes. How do you get cubes and stuff? This is a game with dice in it. What's cool, though, is you get, say, you roll a 6. Well, here, on this little dial, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and each turn it rotates a notch. So if you roll, you get to choose 2 of the dice that you're going to keep. Say I roll a green 3. Well, on number 3 on this spinner, I'm going to put 3 cubes. So your goal for the game is to make sure you've got cubes every turn. So you do have to have a little bit of planning ahead on this. And what you do with those cubes depends on A, the color, and B, how many of them. And that's how you buy resources, and you get more cards to do things, and superpowers that pump everything up, and also fuel for your ship. You put down cards to move your ship, all this stuff. There's so much, again, salady goodness, right? And at the end, different things add up for all of the victory points, all the 10 million ways that Feld likes to do that, and poof, a great game. This one's really... It's not super heavy. I think this is kind of smack in the middle as far as a Feld difficulty. But it has a lot of interesting variety to it. And there's something, I don't know, compelling with the way that they use the dice to get these cubes and how you have to keep track of how it's rotating every turn. And you can hear, like, it's like a clock ticking, saying, make sure you get everything each turn. I really like the mechanisms he used in this game. Super, super addictive.
Yeah, I like the fact, I mean, you touched on it, but the fact that if you pick a higher die when you're getting your cubes, you're going to get a lot more cubes, but it's going to be much later in the game. So you got to sometimes and if you want to buy certain combinations, if you want to buy certain goods, you need a certain combination of cubes, and they all have to be on the same turn because you can't retain cubes turn to turn.
Yeah.
So you have to have the right combination all on the same turn to buy the things you need to buy, and it's really it's very thinky in that aspect of building your turns properly. So I did have one very important question: is since it's called Macau, does it involve animals?
Oh my gosh, Tommy! I know it was you. I don't even have to look at the. Cow.
Moo cow.
Moo. No, just no. So, yes, to avoid that, I did see another pertinent question, and it asked, how does it play 2-player? Well, we initially played this 3-player, thought it was awesome, and we knew that someday if it ever came back in print, we wanted to get it. Well, guess what? It's back in print.
No, it's not.
How'd you get this?
I bought it secondhand.
Oh, I lied.
It's not back in
Good
print.
luck finding this game. No, eventually it's coming back in
It's
print.
probably the 10th anniversary will come out in a couple of years.
Yeah, exactly. And then we've played it 2-player. Love it even more. Honestly, this scales fantastically. Although his games tend to, I think. But
I think the only difference in 2 players, I'm not going to dig it out, but the only difference for 2-player is the fact that the cards you purchase, you have less to choose from.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Yeah.
It's the only difference.
So, yep. And it's awesome. I love
I was going to look up the
2-player.
variant, but I think that's the only variant is that
it was something very small.
you put out the number of cards equal to the number of players plus 2, I think.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
So,
it was a real simple setup thing. So
when you go to buy cards, 2 players have 4 choices, 3 has 5, and 4 has 6 choices.
Yep.
That's the only difference.
So there you go. Yeah, it's awesome, super awesome. I almost like it more 2-player. I don't know. I like
it was
good.
fine. It was fine.
It's fine 3-player too.
I mean, the games like this, games that I really enjoy, I'm anxious to do my turn, and when there's more players, it takes you longer.
Yeah, you're like,
because the way most Felds work is that one person does their entire turn, then it goes to the next person. They do their entire turn, and then it goes.
That's true. This doesn't really do that.
It doesn't. I mean, it does do that. What I'm saying is, with less players, you have less time to wait until you get to do your turn again.
Oh yeah. Well, I was thinking about the dice picking. We do that at the same time.
That all goes at the same time.
But there was another thing I thought about. One of the salady points, I guess. Ha ha ha. I know, pun intended. But you kind of have a longest road benefit in here too. If you connect all the different places, they're all touching the ones that you're pulling all those resources off of on the map. There's a benefit for that as well. So it's like,
and
you can't let somebody run away with that.
And you have an option to buy victory points every turn for a variable amount of money, for a variable number of victory points. Anyway, good one. It's a good one.
Yes. Compare it to a stinging box of rocks. On the stinging box of rocks scale, I would make this a...
Stinging box of rocks.
That's what they said.
Oh.
They said compare it to a stinging box of rocks. This beats a stinging box of rocks.
It doesn't feel like you're shot with a bullet. It feels like you were stabbed with a knife.
A little tiny knife.
One of those little super thin little blades.
No, like the little swords they put in sandwiches. Like that.
What? Just
you know those little tiny swords? Hey, my brother and I used to fight with those. Anyway, there you go.
All right. Well, folks, we've reached our hour, and I've checked off everything on my list that I wanted to talk about. Have anything you wish to talk about?
I think we covered everything.
Do you guys have anything you wish to talk about?
If you're going to BGG, come say hi. Come find us. If we have our nose in the game, we don't care. Come say hi.
Yes.
And if we don't have our nose in a game, drag us in for a game.
Yeah, we had, I forget his name, we had one guy that was a fan of the show, was at DGM last time and kept...
Oh, that was hilarious!
Every time he'd go by, he'd go, famous showdown.
I thought that was sweet. He's like, somebody famous. And I'm like, I don't know about that. You guys are crazy.
I'm crazy famous.
Oh my gosh.
I got people sending me gifts from Australia.
That is pretty cool. I gotta say.
All right.
Awesome.
All right. It looks everybody's bailing to go watch Tiffany. I'm not sure who Tiffany is. You know who Tiffany is?
Yes. What is wrong with you?
I don't.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so out of touch.
Yes. Tell her hi, and I'm sorry about her kitty cat, because that sucked.
Oh, is that the cat they were talking about?
Yes. Sorry.
Oh.
I lost mine years and years ago, and I still am liking them. So.
I'm out of the know. Anyway.
He's not on Twitter as much.
Exit us.
You guys are awesome. We love you. We hope to see you at DGM or Board Game Geek or online again. Anything we can take. We will be excited about that. Look for more goody goodness coming up later on this week. Take care, guys.
Bye, guys. We'll see you soon. Maybe. If I can get the stuff.
Or maybe we'll just stay here, you know.